Hey, Brian, coming up the end of this month, it's another big show coming to the area. It is
ClipsCon in
Super
Bristol.
ClipsCon.
Yes, this is the big one. This is the big daddy. He normally has these in June,
Yes.
but this is going to be November 28th,
Yes.
10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
75 dealer tables are going to be there, Brian. It's at the Doubletree Hotel, 42 Center Drive in Bristol, Connecticut.
Yes.
It's going to be open from 10 to 3 p.m. like you said. Admission is $3. Brian's going to be there with his booth. Matt Ryan's going to be there with his booth. He's going to be doing, he just announced, told me that he's doing Backer Board Blitz is returning.
Nice.
That's where he'll take your cheapy comic and you bring it to the table and he'll have backer boards and he'll draw a character from that comic or any character and then throw it right in the sleeve of the comic book for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so he's gonna be doing that. We'll be doing caricatures and a whole bunch more. There'll be a whole bunch of vendors, like we said, 75 dealer tables. So it's at the Doubletree Hotel in Bristol, Connecticut, directly across from the ESPN. So there's an easy wayfinding thing for you. But there's gonna be tons of stuff to check out and do. It's just in time for your holiday shopping.
Yes.
If you have a nerd in your family, or you're a nerd and you want stuff for the holidays, but you don't think your family will be able to find it for you, buy it there. Hand it to them. Tell them to wrap it and give it back to you at the end of the month, and the next month.
Yes.
So yeah, so ClipsCon, it's coming back. The big show. For more information, check out Facebook at ClipsConCT. We'll see you there. Hello, welcome to Geekonomics. We're back. It's another episode of the show. Brian's in the magical basement of wonder. I am here in the void. Everyone's doing good. Everyone's doing well. We are getting close to Thanksgiving. But we're also, as you just saw before we started the show, we're getting close to ClipsCon, the super show in Bristol.
Mark,
I know you're excited for it, Brian.
Yes, very excited. I am bringing everything. Which I'm bringing my shirts. I'm gonna have super deals on my shirts. I'm gonna have deals on my comics. I'm gonna have lots of toys.
Yeah,
good time.
Be a Black Friday weekend extravaganza.
Yeah, I will be doing
extravaganza, as the kids say.
Extravaganza. I'm gonna be doing my buy two get one free on all comic books.
Ooh,
something I haven't done in a long time.
Wow.
So Black
Friday
Friday
end of year clear out. Gotta get ready for new stock to come in.
I know. Hey.
Hey,
I thought of something I didn't talk about last week. When I went to RetroCon, I saw the wrestling, and yes. I wanted to bring it up because I was messaging you.
Blitzkrieg Pro was there. Yes.
So I'm watching it, and there was this guy in these tiny pink shorts fighting a guy in a suit, like a white
dress shirt with a tie. That's
yeah,
CPA.
yeah. And it's funny because I had just seen wrestling at my grandfather's house, and now I'm watching local wrestling. And
independent wrestling is what they call it.
The crowd, there was a big crowd around it, and they were all into it. A lot of people were looky-loos, just like me, like going, what is going on? But there was a lot of people into it. And it is it is not my thing at all. But it's interesting because they all move so slowly. It's like I watch the real wrestling and everyone just kind of does this.
Even if you go to a live like WWE event, it's the same way.
Yeah.
As you would see it there. It looks slow. It only looks fast because of the camera shots and the quick cuts and everything makes it look faster than it actually is.
Yeah, it is like so, and it was like interesting.
It's like any sport you go to, it's slower in person than it is on television.
The guy is walking around,
racing, which is fast.
He's trying to get him to shake his hand, and he's just like, "Come on, shake my hand," and he's like chasing. It was like a cart. It was like watching a Jerry, Tom and
Jerry show.
Yeah.
And that's like you have to like in that show there probably is a little different than the regular shows, of course, because it's like you're playing to a random audience, like you say, like just people wandering by. So you kind of have to make it more general and slapsticky than you would like a usual show.
I'm sure it is slapsticky in a way. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, there's like CPA, his character. He's an accountant, and he just decided to wrestle.
Wait,
that's his character.
So is he Jeremy Hutzel?
Yes, he's Jeremy Hutzel as a wrestler. But no, that's his thing. It's called, his name is CPA, and he he does people's taxes, and somehow got into wrestling because he wanted to try it out.
I think that should be Hutzel's career move. That he wanted to be an accountant. He got into the back room of Goodwill.
Yeah.
And now he got into wrestling. And now he becomes a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Hutzel, we should convince him to become a wrestler.
Yeah, I don't think that would go over very well. But yeah, I mean, it's a possibility.
And then you can bring donations that he couldn't sell with him as props.
He throws dildos at people because that's all the people donate.
Yeah.
Still baffles my mind that happens at Goodwill.
I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, I think that, it was interesting. Like I said, it's not my thing, but I did watch a little bit of that match, and it was interesting to see. The crowd loved it, obviously. Yeah. So it's a good time for the people. And it was kind of cool. I think
it's the second year that they've gone. I think they were there last year that they did RetroCon.
Well, last year didn't happen.
I know, but the last year that they did RetroCon, I'm saying.
I don't know, maybe. I don't remember them. I think this was the first year they were there.
Or maybe they were scheduled to be at last year's, and then the whole thing happened.
Yeah, I think they were going to be at 2020. It got canceled.
That's what it was.
This could have been their first year, because I don't ever remember seeing wrestling there before. But RetroCon is going to be in August of 2020. 2022? Oh my god!
2022, yes.
I'm definitely going to go all 3 days because I love their auctions, and they have an auction every day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I'd be interested to go and check it out. I think it'd be from the stuff you posted. It seemed interesting. I'd like to check it out.
It's a fun time.
So I'd be willing to go with you one day.
I'll meet you there.
That's what I mean. I'm not we're not going to drive together like
like
nerds.
Like nerds. The reason I say it, I like going on my own because I start looking through the merchandise, and I'm there for hours.
That's fine. I don't want I'm a lucky Lou too. I'm a browser.
But
have you show me around. I'd you're not just gonna just wander off on my own.
Well, it's all right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, next year I'll let you know. Right. It's a fun time, but the wrestling did happen, so I'm bet you the wrestling will be back next year.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Other than that, I'll go through my week real quick. Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy definitive edition came out on Thursday. I've been down the hole with Vice City. It's GTA 5 control scheme, which is amazing because the control schemes are really wonky back then.
They were, I remember.
So the problem with this trilogy, it's basically the old games reskinned and with better graphics. The audio is a little bit better. The control schemes are better, but it has its issues, which to me, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm having a fun time. Also, when you lose a mission, you don't start all the way back. You actually can.
That was the painful part of the old one.
You can continue right where the mission starts. Yeah. Where if you died, you go back to the hospital. Then you have to travel back to the spot, start the mission. This will bring you right back to the beginning of the mission.
Yeah.
Great. There are some issues. I mean, I played San Andreas over the summertime, the original PS2 version. I've heard that this remastered San Andreas has the most weirdness and issues about it. So I'm glad I'm not going to play the remastered, but Vice City is where it's at, my friend. Vice City. So maybe if the game's on sale for Black Friday, definitely get it because I want to replay Vice City. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, all those, what's the actor's name that does the main voice?
Ray Liotta?
Ray Liotta. I mean, all these voices. Oh, it's so much. And the music is amazing. So a lot of fun. And for TV shows, me and Allison started the American Impeachment about the...
I heard that was pretty decent.
Oh, in my opinion, it is the best effing TV show I've watched all year. The acting is superb. It is like the show of prosthetic noses. Everybody has a prosthetic nose.
Yeah.
Like the acting is unbelievable. The story I barely knew because that time I was getting out of high school, going into college, and I was working. I didn't give a shit about politics, so a lot of it I didn't know about. It is just phenomenal. 10 episodes. We are super into it. We just watched episode 6 last night. They're about an hour each. Really good. And beyond that, oh god, just seeing Christmas stuff pop up. Like,
I know.
I'm hosting Thanksgiving.
The wave is coming.
I can't decorate for Christmas yet. I gotta wait for that weekend.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to decorate for Christmas this year because last year we really didn't do much. So it feels, that wave. It is right there. It's right there. Yeah. How was your week, Mark?
It was good. It was good. It was a nice, again, another quiet week. Nothing really crazy going on. Still playing through Avengers. It's gotten to a point now where I'm just playing it to finish it because I don't like to not finish games. I feel like I don't know. It's just it's a very much button masher. A lot of ancillary things that you don't need to do that they make you do.
Get Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know. I'm waiting after this is over that I'm going to do that next. But
you will be blown away. You will love it.
I mean, the story's good and the cutscenes are fun.
Yeah.
The gameplay gets kind of repetitive.
Yeah.
A lot of running, a lot of just, do
punching
this, do
things.
That. Yeah, which is fine. It's the same thing over and over again, just to get to the same conclusion, basically. A lot of false endings too, which is kind of weird.
They have what things?
Like false endings. It's like, oh, you're almost defeated the person. Like, but worse than like a Mario kind of thing. Like, oh, nope, gotta go to the next castle. It's like, oh, nope, they got away. You gotta go catch them again. It's like, why? Just to prolong the game at this point. That's all you're doing. But besides that, I watched The Harder They Fall over the weekend. The Idris Elba, Jonathan Majors movie on Netflix, the Western.
Oh, how was it?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really good. I suggest if you're into Westerns, you'd
love
it.
Westerns, yeah.
Or even if just good movies, it's really good. Regina King's awesome in it. Zazie Beetz is in it.
Oh, nice.
Dion Cole, Richard Roundtree, I think. No, but the guy who's like, you know who he is when you see him. I just don't know his name, but he's an older actor. But yeah, there's just a bunch of like awesome cast, awesome story. Leaves like an option for a second movie, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's really good. Kind of gruesome, a lot of blood, a lot of people getting shot. It's a Western, so people get shot. Yeah, so watch that. I was gonna watch Finch over the weekend, did not get a chance to. It's on my to do.
Yeah, we didn't have time either.
Yeah, I just kind of didn't have a spot to do it. And then we'll talk about Disney Plus Day and all that stuff that I haven't had a chance to watch yet. I watched some of it, but not all of it. But yeah, Jonas, my brother-in-law, had a birthday yesterday, so we went up to dinner for him on Saturday. So that was a good time. Did that kind of thing. So happy birthday to him. And then we got another birthday this weekend. It's getting busy. Stuff's coming up fast.
We got birthdays and Thanksgiving, and then it'll be Black Friday, then it'll be Christmas, there'll be New Year's, then it'll be
ClipsCon.
ClipsCon. I know. ClipsCon's the same as
next Sunday.
Week.
Yeah.
Not next Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, not this Sunday. The following.
Next Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, because it is next.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's so confusing when you do that. It's like this Sunday.
Not really.
Sunday.
This coming Sunday, and then the next Sunday after that.
You're right. It's not confusing. I just I have a hard time figuring that out, I guess.
Yeah. It's not confusing to everyone else in the world except for you.
Just me.
But yeah, just getting ready to start decorating, like you're saying, getting the big happenings over the weekend. Claire was able to pet the cat. So
wow,
you now officially have a cat.
Cat watch.
Yeah, Cat Watch 21 is.
So when you petted the cat, did it run away?
No, it stayed. It let her pet her. It runs around my legs while I'm here on the computer, like around like it sleeps during the day.
Yeah,
she goes off into a corner and falls asleep and hides. But around like 4:00 when it starts getting dark out, she starts to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's out for the duration. So
most cats are like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cats are, the cat nap. They nap sporadically. So but at nighttime they're very active.
Yeah. Like last night I was down there watching TV. Claire went to bed and she like just climbed up into her tree. The cat, not Claire, into her cat tree and fell asleep for a couple hours. So. But yeah,
Claire goes up in the tree. I'm going to bed.
Claire climbs up, curls into a ball, takes a nap. It's nice. It's really cute. You should see it sometime. But no, so the cat's getting more and more comfortable. We're trying to wean her off the temptations so much because I feel like I was giving her too many temptations.
Oh, the temptations, they are tempting. Our cat, I got a story for you. We were down here watching TV Saturday night. We were up down here for maybe an hour. I go upstairs to go pee, and I look where we have a cookie jar that has a lid, this like it's a lid to this cookie jar, and there's cat treats in there. So the cats know when I walk over there, they can beg.
Yeah.
Well, Buddy the cat somehow lifted the lid up. The lid was up against the refrigerator. Luckily, it didn't fall or it broke. It was like balancing against the wall and the cookie jar rim.
Dove inside.
He was taking his paw, grabbing it with it because he has big paws, grabbing it and then eating it from his hand. I'm like, what the heck? I got a video of it. He's just like,
he's like, hey.
And then I'm yelling at him, like, get down. He just looks at me and then he just dips
his
paw back in there.
I've got here. I'm not getting out of here now. I'm not never going to get here again. So
we don't know how long. I mean, he could have been up there for an hour just freaking going to town, like shoveling it. So like now we put the cookie jar on top of the fridge. It's like kids. It's like having kids.
It is like kids. It is.
Oh, it's too funny. These guys drive me crazy.
That going off of that kind of story, Claire was home. The last time I was at a show, we went to Eternals. The cat came down for the first time while Claire was home by herself, and she'd never experienced her and like heard her go into the litter box. And Claire was like in the kitchen doing something, and all of a sudden she heard like this super loud noise, and she like texted me. That's like I didn't get it because I had the phone turned off. She's like, I think someone's in the house. So I get back to the car. I called her. I was like, oh, there's like everything okay? She was like, oh, everything was fine. It was just the cat litter box. I never heard her in there before. It was the loudest noise in the world. I was like, yeah, it's pretty loud. She gets really rough in there because they have one of those breeze ones with the pellets.
Yeah.
So
they
she
go
kicks
crazy.
them against the side of the thing, and it's like. She was like, oh my god, it freaked me out. She's like, I almost ran upstairs.
That's awesome. Sometimes when the cats pee, it sounds like a fire hose of water. You hear.
Yeah. We haven't had that yet, and we have the way that so I haven't heard that. But when she kicks the pellets, it's like
someone's knocking my.
Yeah, it's intense.
Someone's in my wall.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, Mark. Well, I guess today's show is going to be a quick one. Really, I mean, it
was a pretty light week news-wise, except for Disney Plus Day happened on Friday.
I do have Disney news though.
Oh, okay.
Before we get into it, now this is take this with a grain of salt. This is a
Charlie Cox's Daredevil confirmed.
No, Marvel Studios is reportedly casting. They put a casting out for rebooting Daredevil. So Charlie Cox is out, baby. They're casting. Now, this is a rumor, obviously. Someone on Twitter, there's someone that's a strong source that has been very correct on a lot of things. Like I said, it's hard for me to take any of this seriously, but
until they because why would they say it?
It was leaked. Yeah.
But even still, that's like, they wouldn't call it Daredevil. They'd be like, we're casting for Blind Lawyer 2021 or something.
Blind Lawyer.
Well, they always go with like a nickname for like the Star Wars when they film things or cast things. They were casting for the Space Jam reboot.
It was an inside leak, just like casting.
I just feel like why would you? It's just at this point, I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Anyway,
why would you want to lose your job? Like, you're costing yourself a job basically if you do that. Because once they find out who it is, you're fired.
The person doesn't work for Marvel. That's the other thing.
Well, then I don't believe it.
Yeah, I know. But anyway,
it's not news. It's gossip.
It is gossip. But it's reportedly casting for a Daredevil project. But that's beyond that. That's it. That's all they really know.
Cool.
If it's true, cool. And like I said,
whatever.
Those leaked photos that John posted look so photoshopped.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's so shitty. Like, okay.
It's not even good Photoshop.
They made it look like they took a photo if it being projected. But first of all, when you take a photo now, it would not look like that because it's all digitally.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It's not a film, so it won't look like a film.
And then on top of it, who is showing the movie? The movie has not been distributed yet.
Unless they're doing they're not going to be doing audience previews for.
No,
Spider-Man.
they're going to keep it secret.
Yeah.
So I think that looks like a picture that someone took of Charlie Cox and Daredevil sitting at a table, and they just photoshopped them.
It's Charlie Cox from the Daredevil show. Because it didn't make sense. Because if you were thinking about it, with going off Disney Plus Day, which we're going to talk about, and they announced She-Hulk coming to the Marvel Universe, why wouldn't you use She-Hulk as Peter Parker's lawyer as a way to introduce her into the universe, so then she could then spin off into her own show?
I don't even think she's going to show up because I say this. Let's talk about it. In the preview for She-Hulk, the Hulk has both arms. His arm's not in a sling. So I don't know when this takes place.
So you think this is because he's Smart Hulk. So it'd have to take place before
the snap, because his arm was in a sling the last time we saw him.
Or he healed since then.
I don't think so. That's too quick.
Because you would think if he... Because my thing is, if he got hurt as the Hulk and he de-hulked...
His arm was in a sling when we saw him.
I know, but I'm saying if he de-hulked, couldn't he then heal himself?
He doesn't have healing power like that.
Hulk does, I'm saying.
Dude, his arm was gimped. It was fried.
Well, I know, but I'm saying you figure that it's just a slower process for something like that. But I mean, he would still rebound.
I mean, listen, this is all theories, but my theory is that scene we saw with him talking to her could have happened.
I think the whole show takes place before all that.
It could have taken place before Endgame.
Yeah.
And also that trailer snippet thing, because it was really hard to watch like a sizzle reel. I just watched the individual little clips.
Yeah.
It really wasn't. It didn't do anything for me. I'm excited for that show.
Well, it was an announcement. It wasn't like a
it looked really funky because there was that ending shot with Mark Ruffalo standing there.
Well, she's definitely doing like a 80s
cop thing,
lawyer commercial for local television.
He's standing there awkwardly, and then she's in front of him, and she's like, "You won't like me when I get angry." And it felt like it was like filmed during quarantine, so Mark Ruffalo was not even there, and they just kind of superimposed them together because it looks so weird.
Yeah,
and it probably is for a commercial she makes.
Yeah.
For TV, and that's what her catchphrase is. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah, don't get me angry. You're like me when I'm angry.
I mean, she is an amazing actress. She was in The Clone. that show that was on AMC about the clones. Oh my God, it's been so long.
Orphan Black.
I loved Orphan Black. She was amazing.
So much so you forgot the name of it.
Dude, it's been a long time. I can't remember past.
Love that show so much. I totally forgot about it.
I know. Orphan Black is amazing. Go and watch Orphan Black before She-Hulk. But I am excited for She-Hulk.
You don't have to, but if you want to see more of her, that's where you would do it because she's multiple characters.
You'll just see what an amazing actress she is.
Yes. Yeah.
On top of that, Mark, I'm gonna read one off and we'll just discuss.
Okay.
So they announced X-Men, the cartoon, 97. And they're bringing back all the voices that are still alive. I guess a few people might have died.
Yeah.
But they're bringing back the voices. They're bringing back. I don't know if the animation is going to be better.
Exactly the same. It's going to be the same.
I hope
animators. It's going to be the same animators, but just using newer technology. The shtick of it is, from what I've heard, is it's going to pick up right where the old show left off.
Awesome.
They're just going to continue that storyline. It's not going to. Nothing's going to change. Not going to be updated. Not going to be.
Takes place in 97.
Yeah, because that's when the show ended. So
right.
That would make sense.
I am super stoked for that.
Yeah, that's 2023 though. That's not happening next year.
No. I'm just going to go through, like I said, the titles.
Yeah.
Now, Echo. What is Echo?
Echo is a character from the Daredevil universe. She is a female, if I remember correctly.
I gotta Google this because you don't seem to know.
No, from what I understand, I looked up a little bit over the weekend, but didn't go deep into it because I didn't know who it was either. But I think she's in the Daredevil universe. She's like a secondary Daredevil character.
Echo is a fictional superhero appearing in Amazon comic book. No, come on, give me Echo. What is Echo? It's starring.
So you mean Echo?
No, Echo is from Hawkeye. You are so way off, Mark.
Well, Daredevil, Hawkeye, same thing.
No, it's not. She's actually the girl from Hawkeye. The character will first be introduced in Hawkeye.
Oh, so is that Haley Steinfeld's character? Or Haley Steinfeld, whatever her name is?
I'm looking. The series stars Alka Cox as Maya Lopez, a character who will be introduced in Hawkeye. So we don't know much about her character, but she will be introduced in Hawkeye and then get her own series called Echo.
All right, so here it is. Maya Lopez was introduced in Daredevil #9 in 1999. But in this, she's in the Hawkeye universe. So she's going to be either a hero side character in that. So she was introduced in 99 in a story written by David Mack and drawn by Joe Quesada. Through no fault of its own, the story was doomed to be overwhelmed by its placement in the Daredevil series as it followed Kevin Smith's high-profile take on the character and came just before Brian Michael Bendis' lengthy and defining run. So, as the story goes, Maya was the deaf daughter of Willie Lincoln, one of Kingpin's enforcers. Wilson Fisk had Lincoln murdered, and as he died in front of Maya, he placed a bloody hand print on her face, honoring his henchman's dying wish. Fisk adopted and raised Maya. Part of it was his interest in her special abilities. Maya could perfectly recreate any human movement she witnessed, hence the name Echo.
We saw that in Taskmaster already.
Much like the Taskmaster. Fisk had a deaf ass kicker to take on the blind ass kicker that had been a thorn in his side for so long. So,
well, Mark, this kind of let's put our crazy hats on. Echo could open the world up to Daredevil, so that Daredevil casting could be true if Echo is going to go in this direction.
Well, the thing is, it depends upon how she's approached in Hawkeye. If she's the villain in Hawkeye,
I don't think she's a villain. She's probably going to be a side character.
That's what I'm saying. If she's a villain in Hawkeye, then that's like it, because it takes place in the timeline. It takes place after Endgame, so theoretically, she would take place in that timeline. So she'd be a hero in this one. So if then she branches off into her own, yeah, it could branch into
Daredevil,
bringing the Daredevil
universe
in.
Yeah, that could
then they
be
could connect it could be an origin story of Echo as opposed to, whatever it is in Hawkeye.
Right. So the Daredevil casting thing could have some truth behind it.
Yeah.
Or someone could be making it up and making the connections like we are.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But yeah, no, that was the one random one that I didn't know anything about.
Yeah, I didn't know anything.
I'm not a huge Daredevil person, so I didn't know who that character was, and I was like, okay, I bet it'll be fantastic.
Yeah,
Marvel's doing it, so I'll watch it.
Exactly. Let's move on. Animated. We're going to an animated thing. Spider-Man freshman year, which I'm looking forward to because this is something they kind of skipped over. It's Spider-Man in high school. It's kind of
the thing is this because I'm curious if this is going to be them doing like Spider-Man gets his powers and how that affects him.
Probably because we kind of skimmed all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the Tom Holland Spider-Man. It looks like just a different Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's fine. But it'd be something we didn't really go over in the movies, but it'd be fun to watch it as a cartoon.
Speaking of Spider-Man, if X-Men 97 takes off, I would be thrilled if they did Spider-Man 97.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Huh?
And restarted off the old Spider-Man cartoon from back in the day. And the old Fox box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was X-Men, then Spider-Man.
Yep, I remember the Fox box.
Yeah.
Wow, Mark, I'm playing Vice City. Now we're talking about the Fox box.
Yeah. You just went to RetroCon, so it all ties together.
It all ties together. All right, we're moving on. This one, listen, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm sure I'll watch it. I'm not that excited, but it is Agatha, House of Harkness. I don't know. I mean, she was great on that show. I'm interested to see something.
Catherine Hahn is fantastic at anything. She is going to.
Yeah, but I'm not like the character.
Is this going to be a prequel or a after?
I don't know. We don't know.
That's the thing. I think it's going to be depends upon what happens in Doctor Strange if she's involved in that somehow.
I don't think she is. She's going to have her own TV show. She's not going to be part of Doctor Strange.
Well, I think if there was some kind of thing in that movie that connects it to how she got, because she's right now after WandaVision, we know that she's trapped in that town and she's under the spell where she's thinking she's the TV show character that she was playing. So does something happen in the multiverse movie, the Doctor Strange movie, that releases her, and then she goes off and does this House of Harkness thing?
Maybe
a prequel, but I don't think they're going to do many prequels. I think they're going to now everything's forward. I'm thinking, and these
I don't know. The TV shows kind of go all over the place.
Yeah, but these a lot of them are. Most of them are all like world expanding, not world retracting kind of things.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, for me personally, she was great then. I don't really know. I need to see a trailer to get me excited right now. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm just kind of like, okay, it's happening.
Yeah.
We're going back to animated, Mark, something that I know you're not that keen on, but I see whenever we reverse it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for is Marvel Zombies is getting the animated.
I mean, after the success and how well received the What If episode was.
It was a great one. I
basically how Marvel Zombies came to be in the first place.
Same like Agatha. Agatha was a runaway character hit, so they gave her a spin-off series.
Yeah.
There was no plan to give her.
You don't know that. There might have been a plan. They just happened to work out. But in the comic books, that's how Marvel Zombies became a thing. It was in What If, and then it branched off into its own book. So it kind of makes sense to do the same thing with What If. Instead of making a whole other episode of What If with Marvel Zombies, you could kind of just do its own show and do its own world. But I don't know, what else would you say about what else could they do with Marvel Zombies? Because it kind of
they could give
they didn't put a whole Black Widow back there. So
yeah, but they could either just because What If is just standalone little stories. They could either continue or they could that was like a snippet. They can build around that and give us something bigger and better.
Just go off to where Spider-Man went to Wakanda.
Yeah, I mean, they could do all sorts.
That's where Spider-Man was heading with the Ant-Man's head.
Right. So they could continue that. They, I don't know. That'd be cool.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, you could bring in more like ancillary heroes too. Like you could bring in like folks who you haven't seen yet in shows.
There's a lot of characters that they can bring in. So
yeah, I mean, I'll watch it just to see what it is, but I'm not gonna like excited. Like I'm not overly excited for it.
Right.
Because they did announce another season of What If and another season of Loki, which we knew was happening, but they like made it official during this announcement.
Yeah.
So
She-Hulk, which we already talked about. We don't really need anything more to say. Mrs. Marvel, which I saw the snippet of Miss Marvel. Now, Miss Marvel is going to be in Captain Marvel, if I'm correct, right? They're
in the Marvels.
The Marvels. So this might lead into that movie or kind of give us the origin story. So we don't need an origin story in that movie, which is great.
No, yeah. I think that's the shtick of the new shows now. It's to like tell the backstories of the characters, and then they can go into the big universe, not have to go into the exposition of who is this person. Like what they should have done with Eternals, basically.
Yeah, they should have gave us 10 backstories.
Yeah, in TV shows in a season of Eternals, and then do a big Eternals movie.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's way too much.
Or just done a show and not done the movie at all. Save us all.
All right. Let's stay focused here. Moon Knight, the one I am super.
That's the one I'm most excited for, because I'm assuming this is the next thing after Hawkeye, because it was the farthest along. Like this is the longest video we got, basically.
They got the footage looked good.
Yes.
I'm super excited. I love Moon Knight. I'm reading the new series right now, which is pretty
Oscar
good.
Isaacs looks like he's gonna be awesome.
He's
Moon
great
Knight.
in everything.
Yeah.
He's just good in everything.
I love the very first clip we see is him like in the window or in the mirror, and he walks away, but it's like he's still in the mirror. I was like, oh, it's gonna be just like the book, and it's gonna be great.
It's gonna have a little edge, a little scariness.
Oh yeah. Just enough. It's not overly scary, but it's just enough.
What If season 2 is we already knew it was coming. Then one show. I don't really care. I will watch it. Like I said, even like Agatha, I will check it out. But it doesn't really do anything for me. I Am Groot seems more.
That's for the kids. It's a kid show. Yeah, it's a kid show.
Yeah. Is it? I didn't see anything. I just
it's a cartoon. It's going to be an animated cartoon for kids.
Okay. It's a pass for me, but awesome for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Grogu. It's for the kids. It's like they'll do a Grogu show. I bet you within a year. Yeah.
Ironheart. This is going to be based upon the comics.
Riri Williams.
Where a girl in college, Tony Stark goes into outer space. He bequeaths his technology to like this girl in college that's like super smart, just like him.
Yeah, like Willy Wonka, kind of like.
He sees that she could really harness the power and do good, and then she takes over the Iron Man mantle as Ironheart, while Tony Stark is having a sabbatical in space.
Yeah.
Now, this I don't know anything about what they're going to do because Tony Stark is gone.
Well, I think that they'll do a thing when he'll like. I'm just throwing it out there as my thought. The way to do this would be that Tony left, like in his will, if something were to happen to him, that he wanted to bequeath his mantle onto somebody that showed like an exemplary, like wanted Pepper to pick somebody to be the next Iron Man,
like a college scholarship.
Yeah. Exactly. Like he did with Peter Parker, like the internship program that he was going to give him in the iron suit and everything.
Yeah. Well,
basically that same idea, but give it to somebody.
Yeah.
And Pepper finds Riri Williams, who's the character that is in the Ironheart comic, and goes to her and says, "Hey, here's what's going on." And then she's like tasked with becoming the next Iron Man.
Yeah. I kind of feel like
Ironheart.
I kind of feel like that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If I had to guess.
Yeah.
And then this is going to be another interesting one because this is a storyline that they've kind of put a pin in. We haven't seen anything since Captain Marvel in the last Spider-Man is Secret Invasion. We have not seen much of the.
They hinted at it. I mean, it's also, again, we had the pandemic happen, so movie plans got moved around and shows got moved around.
No, I know, but the last time we saw a Skrull was the end of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man and WandaVision. The end of WandaVision was a Skrull.
Oh, is that
in the theater?
In the theater. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that.
So
yeah,
it was in the works. They've been slowly planting the seeds for it, and everyone knew it was coming. So,
but I think it's
a way better way to do it on a TV show than a movie. Because there's so much, so much in it. So I think you could do it in a movie.
Nick Fury will be back.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could tie the whole thing up with Secret Invasion on the TV. Because it sounds like the movies are going. Like Kevin Feige said, they were going to do multiple small little things, and they weren't going to do something big yet because they already did it. You know, you can't. His thought was, you did something big already. People are just going to expect something bigger.
Big and everything. I mean, they already do now. They think every little thing, Quicksilver and all that stuff, the X-Men.
Yeah. So he basically said, like,
it's going to happen no matter what they do anyways. But
small little things. And then a bigger thing later on, once they establish all these new characters, because there's a lot of new characters coming into the fray.
Yeah.
Which I like the smaller stuff because you can't, if you just did another big thing right after, it's not going to live up. Nobody.
Because it's just in the pantheon of Marvel stories. There's so many big things.
Yeah.
That you can't get to all of them in time. So to give them justice, the easiest way to do it is the TV show. Like do a small mini series, basically.
Yeah.
For like Secret Invasion. It's not a major story arc, but it's a cool little side thing that can be going on in the background, like they've been doing.
Right.
Of this bigger universe.
The bigger stuff going on.
But in the background, the Skrulls have been invading this whole time, and they've been slowly placing themselves, kind of a la Hydra, basically, from like the first phase of like Captain America stuff, where they've been entrenching themselves in the universe.
Yeah.
All along, and we just haven't noticed it.
Mark, what if? It's the what if. I'm just making this up. I just thought about it right now. The last Spider-Man movie, there was the Skrull stuff, right? Was it
the Skrulls? Yeah.
Skrulls.
They played Anita Hill and Nick Fury.
Right. What if? This is a what if.
Mm-hmm.
What if at the end of this Spider-Man movie, Doctor Strange is a Skrull? What if that's not really Doctor Strange? What if?
I don't think that. I think
at the end, he takes off. He moves. He's a Skrull.
He doesn't have a mask. They just shapeshift.
Yeah, I know, but what if? I mean,
he wouldn't have his powers though.
The Skrulls are aliens. They could do anything.
Yeah, but then the way the comic book was, they had the powers only because they were injected with like a thing. I don't know. There was a whole thing. I remember kind of.
All right. Well, this is my what if. It's a what if. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying what if.
Yeah. But Secret Invasion was a big story. Like every character was basically like every superhero was replaced by a Skrull at one point.
Yeah. So those are the big ones that are coming out. And then obviously the day of Disney Plus Day, they dumped Shang-Chi, Jungle Cruise, Home Sweet Home Alone.
It's a Home Alone sequel.
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
It's for the kids. It's not for you.
Yeah, I know, but they dumped a lot of cool stuff. The one thing I do want to watch is that Star Wars documentary.
Behind the Helmet.
Yeah, I gotta watch that today. I forgot all about it.
That's the thing I've been waiting to watch all weekend. I was gonna say it earlier. I wanted to save it for this. I need to set aside time to focus on that. That's what it is. It's like I don't want to like be distracted. I know I'm gonna want to dive deep into it.
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, I might check it out this afternoon because I got to work tonight. But I forgot. Like this weekend was so busy, I didn't get a chance to watch much.
Yeah.
So.
And they didn't even announce everything because D23 is coming up like this weekend, I think.
Oh, really?
So there's the rumor is a lot of the Star Wars stuff's going to drop at D23.
Yeah, of course.
They left Disney Plus Day to Marvel basically. And they're going to announce more stuff at D23. And then I know like Star Wars Celebration's coming like at the beginning of next year, I think, the makeup for last year. So there'll be a lot of stuff announced there. So yeah, there's still a lot of stuff coming. Like Ahsoka's still coming. They did release, I don't know if you saw the minute-long Obi-Wan Kenobi preview.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Was it footage or was
a little bit of footage, a lot of concept art.
That's what I saw, the concept art. Yeah.
Tiny bit of footage. But yeah, notice Ewan McGregor basically saying like the fans have been asking for it. It's coming back, and then showing like Hayden Christensen in concept art as Darth Vader.
Yeah, yeah.
And what they're like, the concept art of things that they're going to be doing with Vader. And there's going to be another battle scene between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi in this series. Yeah, wow. They announced that and then thing too, and I was like, "This, I am all in."
Yeah,
give me this now, please.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars is really knocking out of the park with the shows.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because we got Andor's in the wings, Ahsoka shows in the wings, which Hayden Christensen's going to be in that.
Yeah, he's got a job again.
Yeah,
he's disappeared from acting, and now he's back.
You know, did his own thing, and now he's coming back to a character who is maligned for, but people are now like, he was really good as that character. It made sense when you actually look back on it, why he was that way in the show, in the movies.
But I mean, he's Darth Vader now, so it's not like he's playing the Anakin that we remember. He's playing Darth Vader.
Yeah.
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 That's it, Mark. I mean, there was a lot of great news, a lot of great stuff. I mean,
yeah, and there's tons more stuff that came on Disney Plus Day. If you go to Disney Plus, if you're on it, definitely check out all the things that are there. But yeah, it was a lot of stuff. Like I saw that X-Men 97 thing, which I left towards the end of the presentation of it, like the video. It's a 14-minute long video on Disney Plus. That whole thing.
Oh, I see. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I gotta hop on Disney Plus. It's a Marvel Day exclusive. It's like a Marvel Day thing they did. And it shows, they did like a montagey thing of WandaVision into Captain America and Falcon, Winter Soldier. They connected that together, and then they connected that into Loki. And then they connected that into What If. And then they like here's where we've been and here's where it's going.
Yeah.
And that's when they showed Moon Knight, was the first thing they showed, which leads me to believe Moon Knight's next, basically after Hawkeye. Oh, because they showed Hawkeye too after What If, which looks more amazing the more I see of Hawkeye.
Right.
There's a lot more in that video. There's a lot more Hawkeye stuff than there was. Like there's like a full-on scene basically.
It comes out in like 2 weeks. It's like
no. What I'm saying in this thing, it like made me like way more excited for it. It shows a lot more of their dynamic between him and Haley Steinfeld's character, or him and Kate Bishop. So it was like, all right, I'm in. I'm good. Let's do this. But no, then they showed Moon Knight, and then they went into the individual other things that they showed, She-Hulk, and the other one that they had video for. I can't remember what it was now, but then they started showing the title cards of the other things, and the last thing they showed was X-Men 97.
All right, I'm gonna watch that today because I went on their YouTube page to watch it, and they had some bullshit.
Yeah, no, they kept everything on Disney Plus. Yeah, everything's on Disney Plus.
All right.
And the other thing that you didn't mention that they also showed on that came out on Disney Plus Day. It's been talked about that it's happening. They made it official. They've started production on a new series, Willow.
I knew about that.
Takes place years after the movie. It's a new adventure of Willow, and there's a video on Disney Plus for it.
I love Willow,
and it's just Warwick Davis introducing us to the cast of the show. Sadly, we're sitting around a picnic table.
Yeah.
And it's just him ribbing on all the different characters, all the different people. And the girl from Falcon Winter Soldier, who was the bad guy.
She'll be in it, right?
She's in it.
She's like in everything now.
Yeah. And the funny thing is he does a thing like he's like, oh, nice to meet you. And she's like, we were in a movie together already. He's like, what are you talking about? Like, we were in Solo together. And he's like, no one saw that.
She literally played the same character from Solo and Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
I hope they do not make her the same character. I hope they give her something.
But she was great in both those characters, though. She was
fantastic. I know, but give us something else.
Solo was an underrated movie. I feel people should check it during this Disney Plus time when you have all this. It's $1.99 for a month. During this month where you get it for cheap for new subscribers, I would say check out Solo because it's worth the watch.
No, watch Willow.
Watch Willow too, but I mean you have a whole month, so you have time.
Willow is an awesome movie. Sadly, it won't have Val Kilmer in it, and Val Kilmer was amazing in that movie.
Well, they haven't said that yet.
Mark, he has throat cancer. He cannot talk.
Well,
he's not going to be in it. He's not going to be in it. Did you watch the documentary on Amazon? It's really good. About his life. It's heartbreaking.
Well, that's probably why I haven't watched it yet.
He cannot talk. When you hear the voiceover, it's actually his son reading. But his son sounds almost like him. His son is actually in. Well, his character died. Spoilers. He's in the new Law and Order criminal.
Criminal Intent. Yeah, I did see that he was in that.
Yeah. I was like, wow. And then he died. But it's a good show so far.
And then he died.
But he was good.
He was in it, and then he died.
But anyway,
he made it to the first 2 episodes, and then he died.
He got killed. But anyway, Mark.
He was a quick out.
Yeah. A Law and Order is awesome. It's on fire for me. I'm a big Law and Order guy. So I love all the Law and Orders.
I'm a 6-year-old man. I watch all Law and Orders.
They're so good.
Oh boy.
Christopher Maloney having him back, baby. It is. It's like, yeah, baby. He's amazing, and it's so funny. We are up to the episode in Scrubs, in our Scrubs rewatch, where Christopher Maloney shows up. Well, we haven't watched the episode yet, but we're in season 3, and it's so fun to watch the season 2 finale with Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
A fresh-faced Ryan Reynolds.
Early career Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and it's so
also
funny.
One of the final acting gigs of Brendan Fraser before he was sent off into oblivion for a while.
Yeah, but he's back now.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that was one of the last things he did before he was ostracized from the world for some reason.
Yeah, but when did The Mummy come out? Did The Mummy come out prior
to that? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, our Scrubs, man, the show still holds up so great. We're in season 3 right now. It's fantastic.
A long way to go. There's
we watch one a day. So
yeah, I mean,
but it's just nice. It's for dinner. We always watch a half-hour show. We have dinner.
There you go.
Yeah.
We watch cooking shows. Usually a guy's grocery games or something. Claire loves them. I just sit there and eat my food.
Isn't it crazy? When I was growing up, right? When you're growing up, we had dinner around the table.
Yeah. TV's off.
Ever since me and Allison have been together, we have dinner in the living room and we watch something.
Yeah.
For 13 years now, we've been doing it. And it's weird. I don't want to go back. Special dinners are meant for Thanksgiving and the holidays.
Only time I ever remember watching television while eating growing up was when I was really young, my dad worked second shift. And if I ever during the summertime or if I stayed home sick, he would always eat lunch before I went to work. So we'd eat lunch around 11 o'clock in the morning because you have to be to work for noon, and we'd watch Price is Right. That's the only thing I remember. And it used to be like a little TV in our kitchen on top of our dishwasher. I remember, that's all I remember. That's the only time I remember watching TV. Then, like, I remember when I got older and after I think Kylie was born, my mom just gave up and was like, there's no chance in wrangling 3 kids to a dinner table. So,
right.
TV trays and TV dinners.
That's
fish sticks and chicken nuggets.
Those chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's too funny. But yeah, I think everybody kind of does that now. You watch, unless you have a family, but we don't, we don't have kids, so.
I like during the day when Claire's at work, I try to not watch. I just sit and eat and quiet. Because it's nice to have quiet once in a while.
Quiet time. Yeah.
I might turn like a radio show on or something.
A radio show? What do you think?
Like a sports talk show or something. Like a sports talk show or something in the background.
1950. I got my radio program to listen to.
Talkies.
Oh, my talkies are on.
Yeah.
He turns it on. You turn it on. Hey, you hear the guy.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. We got a wham-doozle for you today.
Wham-doozle.
Wham-doozle.
Oh.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Man falls in well.
Oh God. Man dies at 35.
Oh wow.
Because he got
man dies of skivvies.
Skivvies. He had the piles. I don't know what's going on. Mark,
man robs bank.
I see you put on like an old detective hat and it goes black and white and you're like eating and it's like
noir. It's all noir.
Looking. You have you hear like crimes happening in the background on your scanner.
Yeah.
Your police scanner. Oh God.
I got a 492 in the West Side Bronx there.
All right, Mark.
Like that weird like detective music comes on like that.
Yeah. Claire opens the door, everything just stops.
Yeah, she comes in, she's like wearing like a full-length dress. I'm like, then trouble walked in.
And then she just snaps her fingers. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh, sorry.
Like everything stops.
Were you noiring again? Oh,
were you noiring again?
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
This is what they call Bobby Legley, but he was busy.
Bobby Legley
didn't pick up.
Because
he couldn't get the phone.
We should wrap it up. It was a good show. Next week, if we see Ghostbusters,
we're seeing Ghostbusters. It's happening.
Okay.
Either possibly. If we don't see it as a group, I'm definitely going to try to see it by myself. So,
all right, I will definitely try to go for Sunday.
Yeah,
we'll talk more on Saturday.
Yeah.
See who's interested in going.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's good because those trailers, they're just like there's a slight bit of humor. But
newer trailers look better than the older trailers. I'll tell you that. I know you haven't seen any because you have this new weird thing now where you only see one trailer and that's it.
I see the TV trailers.
Which are the worst trailers of all the trailers, but that's ones you like because it's you're watching Law and Order. You see the TV trailers and that's it.
Right? So. Yeah.
That's all you see because you're 90 years old.
Gotta put my stories on. It's Stapler.
Sit there with your hair all messed up, yelling at kids, "Get off your lawn!
Get off my lawn! I gotta watch Law and Order."
You're not even wearing a plaid shirt; it's a plaid robe. You got no pants on. You just walk around in your tighty whities, a t-shirt. With slippers on.
If I stood up right now and I had no pants on, would that surprise you?
No, I would not. You're just wearing slippers. You're not even dressed.
I'm waist down. I'm not dressed. I do have slippers on.
So do I. Yeah, it's the footwear of the pandemic.
Yeah, footwear, slippers and socks.
Slippers, socks, and sweatpants.
Yeah.
I've done many. Right, I've done many a work meeting in a polo shirt and sweatpants.
Right. Sometimes I don't even wear pants. It's just boxers.
I'm not. I can't do that. I can't do that. My legs get cold. I'm an old man.
Yeah. I got.
This show went off the rails a long time ago.
All right.
I tried to end this at least 10 times now. All right, Brian. It's been a good show. See you next week, everybody. Be safe, be well, and an early happy birthday to our good friend Dan, the announcer man. Happy birthday, Dano.
He doesn't.